I swear that every day, every other day, at least a few times a week, somebody reaches out to me and says, Jody, I need you to help me grow my practice. And the first thing that I say to them is, you might need to back the bus up and look at your foundation. Because what I don't want to see happen is I don't want to see people focus, like laser beam focused in on building a practice that doesn't have a solid foundation. That makes sense, right? Okay, so I think a lot of us would say that if I actually just dropped a poll in this group. A lot of us would say that if we had one specific goal for 2024, the goal, or whatever year you're watching this, if you're watching this like way into the future, the goal would be to grow the practice. Some people are like, my practice is good, I don't need to grow. And my hesitation for you is I don't want you to grow unless you've got strong foundations. I want to make sure that if you're doing all of the effort to attract new practice members, to prepare for them, to do visit one and do visit two and educate them on how important care is and ask for referrals and do all of the things that we talk about with the Staffless Practice Success System. If you don't have solid systems for texting them and emailing them and what to do if you're not in the office and the phone rings and who answers the phone and what happens with those messages and how do you reschedule if somebody needs to cancel last minute? Like if you don't take the time now to create that foundation to make it super, super easy to take care of the people administratively without having to hire staff, then you're just going to spin your wheels. You're going to bring people in and you're going to create this revolving door. I promise you, I've made the mistakes for you. Please take my word for it. And then if you don't take my word, we're working with this is a worldwide issue, okay? The doctors that we work with are all over the world. They're Australia, Japan, England, all over Canada, all over the US, and they all suffer from the same problem. And the problem is we think our laser beam focus needs to be on building the practice, building the practice, building the practice. But you want to start inside your house. It's kind of like going out into the community. I'm just realizing that my microphone's all the way over there. It's kind of like going out into the community and trying to fix the turmoil in the community because these people don't like those people and they're saying the things that are all the mean things. But then you come home and your house is like a shit show. Okay. And your family's fighting and they're throwing stuff at each other and the closets are all messes. Like things are falling out of every drawer, but you're out there in the community trying to make things better. You start in your own house. That makes sense, right? It's kind of like me giving health advice if I'm not taking care of my health. You got to start by looking in the mirror, especially when it comes to our practice. So where my suggestion is to start is implement these 3 things in your practice. You ready? Here comes the meat of what I want to share with you today. And also I'm watching the Facebook group. If you guys have specific questions, please drop them. I'm going to be here for a minute. So I'm happy to answer your questions. That's what I'm doing here. So thing number 1 is you need a way to, you need what you need. What I need is I need a way to handle the administrative tasks of my practice when I'm on vacation or I'm on the beach or I'm home with my family or I'm at the gym and I don't want to be thinking about my practice, but I don't want the administrative needs that are really important to my new practice members to fall through the cracks, right? So you need to take the time now to set that up. And usually what it looks like is implementing these 3 things. So here we go. 1, a solid texting solution. Why? Most of the doctors that start with us are texting their patients from their phone. You guys, there's so much that's wrong with that. I don't even know where to start. The most important thing that's wrong with that is it's not compliant, right? The second thing that's wrong with that is that it takes so much time to say the same thing over and over. And maybe you copy paste the same words or your Zoom link or directions to your office, but you could so easily have a super cost-effective program where you're just dropping a template. You just click a button and there goes the text. So that's the first thing. And the cool thing about a texting program, and you guys, I talk about this until I'm blue in the face because it really is that much of a game changer, is you can text your entire practice right now, either from your cell, but you're going through an app, or you can do it on any screen, or somebody can do it for you on any screen. And it goes to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people in your practice. You can even categorize those people. But excuse me, it just looks like it's going to that one person. You can even make it so that you say, hey, Barb, hey, John, hey, Sally, whoever it is, come on over at 5 today, or our practice is open this week. Here are our hours, or I haven't seen you in the office in a hot minute. Here's our recall. You know, there are all kinds of cool things that you can do with a texting program. That's thing one. Thing two is you want to make sure that you got it set so that if someone receives your voicemail message, it addresses what they're calling about. And yes, you can get psychic with people. You can figure out very easily, in a very simple way, how to know why people are calling your office and how to get them a solution to what they're calling about. That's cool, isn't it? And then the third thing you want to make sure, so the thing one is texting, thing two is a voicemail solution, and then thing three, the thing that you cannot do it without. Are you ready for it? You need to prepare the space in your office. There are all kinds of other things that go, I could say thing four, thing five, thing, and on, but you got to prepare your office so that when I'm taking care of Bob and Sally and I don't know, Jeanette, and they're all on my table. And Cynthia walks in and she says, Jody, I got to reschedule my appointment for Monday to Tuesday because my in-laws are coming into town or whatever it is, right? I can just say to her, oh, you know what? Just go right over there and just follow the sign, like do what the sign tells you to do. And then she can do the rescheduling. She can make it as easy as possible for me. It's kind of like if you have a babysitter coming over to watch the kids. The more you prepare the babysitter with, and even if you don't have kids, you've probably babysat at some point in your past. And the more you prepare the babysitter with a note, here's number one, here's what's in the fridge for dinner. Number two, here's what time bedtime is in the bedtime ritual. Number three, do this, this, and that. That's essentially what you're doing for your practice members, but you're doing it with protecting your time and energy so that you can be focused on giving great care in the heat of the moment. You can be focused on the people on your table or the person who you're serving, but still address the person who's got the admin need. Does that make sense to you guys? It takes some preparation. So here's my point. Let's go back to my point, okay? I could flood my office with new practice members, but if I don't take care of these things first, I don't know, you guys, I just go in circles and I don't want to go in circles. I'm too busy for that, right? So here's where to start. I have a free training. There's no strings. It's a completely free training. It's about an hour long. And it's going to show you, it's going to give you swipe files. It's going to give you copy paste content and it's going to get you set. And it's also going to tell you at the end, if you're interested in our program, how to get into it. So go on over to my website. It's gostaffless.com and you'll see it pop up. If you want, I can just drop a link below this video and you can grab the training that way. The cool thing that we're doing right now, this is kind of a big deal, is for people who join our training, for people who enter our world, we're also gifting you with 2 weeks of gifts. And this is like a 2024 New Year's, I appreciate you kind of thing. For 2 weeks, I'm going to send you a gift every few days. And all of the gifts are relevant to what I just talked about. I want you to take the time to prepare your practice for success. And I want to make it as easy as possible for you. Because for whatever reason, I've been plopped into this role of giving you solutions to make your practice more streamlined so that you can enjoy the experience and enjoy the care that you're giving, because that's the point of all of it, right? A lot of people come to our world and they say, well, I have a team of 3, 4, 5 people. Is what you're doing relevant to me too? And the answer is yes. My answer is if you have a team, have them watch my training, have them listen to the replay of this video, have them create a voicemail message funnel, a texting solution, have them help you reorganize the office and watch what happens. They're going to have more space to allow their talents to come forward. You know, if I have Jen sitting at my desk, and Jen went to school to get a master's in art education, and I have her filing and answering the phone. My guess is that I could be paying Jen the $25 an hour or the 20, whatever it is, to do something with her talent and her creativity that would help me grow my practice, that would help me make the practice more enjoyable to be in, as opposed to answering the phone and filing. Does that make sense? Okay. So I hope that was helpful. And 2024 is going to be a good year, you guys. How about it? And I hope that you take me up on let me give you gifts for a couple of weeks. I'm going to drop that link below. You're just going to go to gostaffless.com, and I'll also drop the link to my free training. I'm loving you guys from here, and Happy New Year and happy holidays and all of the things.